All right, bidders and buyers, ladies and gentlemen, I think I've just need a bit of audio here. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Harcourt's Holmwood Auction Room. My name is Kyle Siebert. I'm one of three auctioneers working with you today. My colleagues, Daniel Pengelly and Bridget Andrews. And on behalf of the team here, our CEO, Kyle Sutherland, Managing Director, Tony Jenkins, and the wider Holmwood Group, it's great to have you with us. The first thing we do on a Wednesday morning is to thank and acknowledge our property owners who are here with us today. We certainly appreciate and respect the fact that you've got choice when it comes time to list your property. We are delighted that you've chosen to list with Holmwood, and we wish you the very, very best here today. To the bidders and the buyers, we extend a similar sentiment. You know, this is a great place to buy real estate. It is cash, it is transparent, and most importantly, it is unconditional. And I say that's important because if we don't sell property here in the auction room, we pass property in, and you do lose that exclusivity of opportunity. We then have to offer the property to the wider market, and that includes buyers in conditional situations. My colleagues will confirm that competing with conditional interest is never ideal, so we would encourage you in your bidding here today. The team is here ready to assist you in that endeavour. This is Jason Wills, our operations manager. He's our scribe this morning, taking notes of the bidding. Hayden Broadbelt, Fendleton branch manager, business owner, auction floor manager. He wears many roles today, but today his primary role is to answer any questions. Folks, if you need help with your bidding, if you need to keep track of the bidding, if you've got paperwork questions, please sing out to one of these two gentlemen here. Now, in just a short moment, we're going to offer you an excellent catalogue of real estate. The listing agents responsible for those properties will have furnished you with all of the necessary documentation in your preparation. That includes the auction contract. And buyers, on the front page of that contract, you will note there is a conduct of auction. Those are the rules by which we operate here in the auction room. They're very straightforward and easy to understand, but I know some of you will be here for the very first time. I do see a few nervous faces, so to put you at ease as much as is possible, we're going to go through the conduct now. In the case of each property, the vendor has provided us with a confidential reserve price. Subject to that reserve price being reached or breached, The highest bidder whose bid we accept will be the lucky new owner. If the bidding doesn't quite reach that reserve price, that's not the end of the auction. Bidders and buyers, our practice here at Holmwood is to pause the auction. We move into one of our meeting rooms with the highest bidder and we offer that person the opportunity to purchase the property. Now, this is really crucial. On the odd occasion, during that discussion outside of the room, our sellers may say to us, look, Kyle or Dan or Bridget, we would like to sell the property by withdrawing it from the auction, selling it at the exclusion of any buyers who are here in the room, and that is without disclosing the reserve price. That is a vendor's prerogative, but it can be very disappointing for the buyers here in the room when they exercise that prerogative. So please, if you are here to bid and buy, make sure you hold the highest bid at all times. As auctioneers, we can nominate the increments by which the bidding is raised. We can refuse bids if we feel they're not in the best interest of our owners. If there's a disputed bid, we'll just go back to the last undisputed bid. And if any of our licensed colleagues are bidding on behalf of clients, we will do our very best to point them out to you. Now, you might hear the phrase vendor bid today. Bidders and buyers, a vendor bid is a bid placed by the auctioneer on behalf of an owner. These bids are always clearly identified to you, and they are always well below the reserve price, so you can bid against a vendor bid with confidence. We just use those bids to keep things ticking along in the early stages of the auction. Now, if you are that lucky last bidder, you have a couple of obligations. Of course, you pay your deposit, 10% of the purchase price, and you sign the contract. When you sign that contract, you're acknowledging that you've received a copy of the approved REA guide. That's most of the boring admin out of the way. I can now see those nervous faces are slightly more nervous. So we're going to help you get into the flow of things today with a little bit of charity. We here at Holmwood are really proud to represent and support Gumboot Friday year in, year out. This is bringing free counselling to young New Zealanders throughout New Zealand. Hundreds of thousands of therapy sessions have been provided to young Kiwis who need it most in the last 6 years. And this year we're raising money by auctioning off one of a select few of these lovely teddies every week. This teddy's name is Henry. This teddy's name is Henry. Henry is a wonderful cuddly teddy. I can tell you what, he's very excited to get auctioned off this morning. Bidders and buyers, we're going to make this very easy for you. Is there $20 to start us away? It'll be the cheapest thing you buy today. I look for an opening bid today. 50. Nice to meet you, young man, at $50. At 50 and 60 from you. I thought you were friends. Clearly not. At $100 now with my colleague. That's very mean, Bridget. They're children. At $100 now. First call at $100. Second call. How muchy? For another 50. 150. Great work. A lot of pocket money for you. 150. 160, just the 10. She's going easy on you, young man. At 160 now, bids against you. First call and 200 there. At 200 I have now, and 220, he says. At 220 now, 230 at 230 for charity. At 230 now, first call. Beg your pardon? 230. Smiling, 230. Second call, 250. 250. We can't go backwards, I'm afraid. Would you give me 260? Just nod. Mum won't mind. Yep, there you go, at 260. At 260 now, once called. Second call. Third and final call for the teddy bear. It is going to 70. At 270. I tell you what, why don't you take me to 300 and you own the bear together? What do you say? Would you do that? $300. We're not taking any other bids. It's going, it is. Gone and sold. Congratulations. I hope they know how to share. All right, bidders and buyers, there you go. That's a bit of fun out of the way. I did tell you about the conduct of auction for most auctions this morning. I just want you to pay attention for the next two auctions. The rules are slightly different. In the case of each of these two properties, the vendors have accepted offers or deemed offers they've received prior to the scheduled date. They've deemed them acceptable in all respects, and those properties will be sold at those prices unless there is further bidding here today. So you still have every opportunity to make one of these brought forward auction properties your own. You need only raise your hand. In the case of these two properties, there are no reserve prices per se, rather those figures we'll announce in just a moment. And then again, as I say, you can bid further if you so choose. There won't be any vendor bidding from me today in that respect, and you're unlikely to hear me get in your way too much. The properties will be sold. The question, of course, is to whom. And the first of our brought forward properties today, by the way, brought forward properties, two of them today. This is a great sign of a strengthening market, bidders and buyers. I congratulate you on being here today, buying in the dip, I would suggest. It is number 33 Petrie Street in Richmond, a freehold title, 794 square metres more or less. 11th of November 2025 is your settlement date. You might be working to a pre-agreed date. Brought to the market by Sam Bowen and the team from St Albans. Nico Foran, Sam, the rest of the team working really hard. This is a stunning renovation, bidders and buyers. J&A, our vendors, gosh, they are no strangers to the auction room. They produce some really quality renovations. Combination of character and contemporary here is outstanding. No cut corners. It's a family-sized section. The bedroom accommodation, I mean, it's just so substantial. You'll have your pick of three masters, I would argue. There is just so much on offer here. We know how good this location is, just a hop, skip and a jump to the central city and these quiet, leafy streets of Richmond. Gosh, Richmond's been a dark horse for many, many years now. It is really, really coming into its prime. And so today we sell 33 Petrie Street. Sam Bowen, that figure, please. $1,018,000. Bidders and buyers, I'm in your hands. We're on the market and selling at $1,018,000. If there's no better bid, I sell away at $1,018,000. Just waiting for it to pop up on the screen there. 10 and 18. First call at $1,018,000. Twice the money now, $1,018,000. Is there $1,020,000? Bidders and buyers? Last chance, third call. Opportunity goes out the door at $1,018,000. If there's no improvement, I sell away. A stunning renovation, beautifully marketed. Property's going. It is going. Number 33, Petrie, is gone and sold to you, madam. Congratulations. Sam, Nico, as always, great campaign. Congratulations, madam, to our owners. Thanks so much for the opportunity. And I think next up is Mr. Daniel.
Well, kia ora and good morning, ladies and gentlemen. If I could have your attention once again, as Kyle mentioned, this property that I go through now is also a bought forward auction. At the end of it, I will announce the... Thank you. Attention, please. At the end of the description, I will announce the acceptable number that my owners are happy to sell at or above. If there's bidding above, we will hold an auction. So I take you now to 51A Harris Crescent in Papanui, represented to the market by Ellie Franks and Karina Gray. The property itself is more formally described as an estate in freehold, comprised of 669 square metres, more or less, all contained and described in that record of title that Ellie and Karina have provided to you over the last few weeks of the campaign. Settlement that's proposed for Friday the 28th of November 2025 or any other date mutually agreed in writing already with our owners. Now that list of chattels, that remains unchanged, and I do take it that you have read, understood and accepted further terms 23 through to 26 of the contract. You bid, you buy on that basis here this morning. Now, Harris Crescent, there's a few good synonymous things known with this street, things that I personally love related to Harris. Robert Harris Cafe, pretty good. Harrison Ford, wonderful movies. Neil Patrick Harris, wonderful performer. Kamala Harris should have been the American president. And I don't know about you, but Harrison Bloy Plumbing, wonderful to deal with. This property too Harris Crescent also fitting in that list of wonderful things with that name. The home itself, I can see exactly why it's been brought forward. I got a personal tour by the owner last night. It was warm, it was welcoming. Gosh, it looked like easy living. The wonderful French doors from both living areas and the main bedroom out to that substantial living area. Modern concreting, all taken care of. Low maintenance section for you. Roaming around the house, 4 good-sized bedrooms. The bonuses for me, that garaging with that rear door to that extra car park out the back. Potentially it's car park, it's trailer, it's kids trampoline, whatever you need that space to be. And then off the kitchen, that wonderful extra little nook there, perhaps the walk-in pantry. Currently, I believe it's a wine cellar and very well utilised, but perhaps you want to put a little bit of time and effort and make a fantastic scullery in there. There is options. I think the previous owner used it as an office space. It is whatever you need to be, your room of requirement, but you don't want me to carry on. What you really want to know is the number that my owner is happy to sell for this morning, and that figure is $880,000. I sell away at $880 unless I see further bidding. Another one at $881 with my licensed colleague. Sir, I also saw your hand. Would you go to $885? Yep. $885 there. Vanessa, do you go again? At $885 there, I sell away. First time then at $885 at the rear. At $86, do we go 90, sir? At $90, at $890 there, do we go one again? At $890 then I sell for the first time at $890. Second, new bidder at $95. Good luck, sir, at $95. Do we go to the $900? At $900 and $905. And 10, 15, 20, 25. At 25, do we go to the one again, Vanessa, at $925, 27, $927 now, for the first time then, at $927,000 with you, sir. Second, third, final, and one, and 28. Do we go 30, and 30, do we go one again, at $930 with you, sir, and 31. And 32, 932,000 with you, sir, and 33. 5 would be my suggestion. At 933,000, at 35. Bold bidding, sir, I like it. At 935, go 36 for Harris Crescent. At 935. Think of all the Harrison Ford movies you get to watch here at 930 and 36. 936 here. It's against you now, sir. Vanessa, welcome back in at any point at 936,000 once. Second time. Third, final warning. And one. And 37. 40 would be my suggestion. At 937. The ones aren't doing it at 937. First warning for Harris then at 937. Second time. And 38. 40 is my suggestion, sir, at 938 with you, ma'am, in the front at 938,000. Once then, twice. 4,500 on top. No, 40 and a half. Thank you, sir. There we go. I'm with you. Sorry, I'm a bit slow with math sometimes. At 940 the half. 2,500 on top. And one more, and 41 the half. 45 would be my suggestion. Shaking your head, I'll give you 3 chances to change your mind. At 941 the half. First call. Second. Third, final warning to the room. Are you absolutely sure, sir, even for 500? At 941 the half. It goes. Absolutely sure. Sold. Congratulations at $941,500. A wonderful campaign by Ali Franks and Karina Gray once again, and we'll be back with you shortly to take you to Northwood.
Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure to be up here for our next auction at 58 Glen Oaks Drive in that wonderful suburb of Northwood. Now, Matt Dawson, our number one auction lister for September for the Mayor of office, he'll hate me saying that, has been the owner's ambassador the last few weeks and has done an outstanding job of bringing this to the market. A very warm welcome to our owners, and I must commend you on how beautifully presented you had your home to take to the market. To the contract I take you, the property is more formally described as a freehold parcel, 881 square metres more or less on certificate of title 158137. Now, settlement date is set down for the 6th of November 2025 unless you're working to a pre-arranged date, and the chattels remain the same as per the contract, and a wonderful list of chattels that they are. Well, this is positioned in the heart of Northwood's prestigious Hampton Grange. This home makes a statement as soon as you pull up. Those schist pillars, the clean lines, it's just such a timeless design. You are greeted with a sense of luxury with those double doors as you enter. Then on the left, you've got that wonderful living room. This would have to be one of my favourite rooms of the house. You've got the cathedral style ceiling, the large bay windows, the schist fireplace. The sun was just pouring in that bay window. It was very tempted to have a little lie down there. The kitchen, it's just a real showstopper. It's sleek and sophisticated with the Miele appliances, stainless steel finishes, a full walk-in pantry, no handles, crisp clean lines. Matt showed me how the dishwasher works. You just knock on that dishwasher and it just opens. Magic. This home has been designed for easy entertaining. All the living areas all flow seamlessly to each other, and they open up to that north-facing outdoor area. It's just positioned perfectly to capture that all-day sun. Nice long hallway that the bedrooms lead off, and down the end you've got that stunning master bedroom. It's probably one of the biggest master bedrooms I've ever seen, with that stunning ensuite bathroom. And then you have the bifold doors opening out to the outdoor area. What a lovely place to retreat to at the end of the day. Now, we know that this is a fantastic suburb, Northwood. It's a very popular area to live. You're close to schools, cafes, the airport. It's just so close to all amenities. You've got the Sticks Mill Reserve for all your lovely walks, and then just round the corner, Strawberry Fair is just about to open, so that you can walk to Strawberry Fair and then you can roll home. There's your diet out the window. Well, with all that said, ladies and gentlemen, let's find out who the new owner is of 58 Glen Oaks Drive. I look for your opening bid. Does someone want to start me away? 1.1. 1.1, where was that? 1.1, welcome in, sir. Good luck today at 1,100,000 at 1.3. Welcome in, lovely strong bid, but 200 on that. At 1,300,000, what's your response? Say 1,350 at 1,350, 400, 1.4 now. At 1,450,000, 450 now. 1.5, can I say? At 1,500,000. At 1.5, good luck with your bidding. At 1,500,000, 1,550 with you, sir. At 50 now. At 1,550. At 1,550, 1.6. Oh, you keep that foot on the gas. You've come so far. At 1,551,000, will you say 1.6? 20 perhaps? Okay, I'll come back to you. 60 at the 60 at the back. At 1,560. At 1,560, welcome in. Good luck. At 1,506, 20, 80 now. At 580, can I say 1.6? At 1,580, if you change your mind, I'll take a 10 now. 90 now. 1.6 back with you. At 1.6 on the nod. At 1,600,000. At 1.6, 20 down the back. Can I say 20? At 1,600,000, I'll call her away 3 times. First call at 1.6. Surrounded by quality homes, beautiful neighbours, lovely, lovely community part of. Can I say 20,000? At 1,600,000, the bid's against you, it's over here. Second call at 1.6. If you change your mind, it shows strength here in the auction rooms. At 1,600,000, third call, can I say another 10 perhaps? 5, I'll take it. At 1,605,000. 16 now. At 1,610,000, back to you. I do take winks. That was a wink. No, absolutely sure. At 1,610 over here to my right. First call, another 5. at 1,610,000. When will the next one be? People stay here for so long in this wonderful location. At 1,610,000 over here. First. Second. Thanks, Matt. Change of instructions. We are on the market and selling. My hammer is up. So at 1,610,000, it bids over here. I'll take another 5 perhaps to get you in front. Another 5 at 615 now. 615, does that change your mind? We're on the market and selling? 15, 615. At 620 now. Great, good bid is a quick bid. At 620, it's against you. Any late bidders here? We're on the market, quality home here at 1,620,000 to my right. First call. Second call, be careful, Rach, that could have been a bid. 2 at 622, at 25 now. At 25, don't be put off by his bidding. At 1,625,000. I'll take a 1 if you like. One more at 626. At 1,626,000. 630, lovely bid. At 1,630,000, take confidence that other people said at this level. At 1,630,000, first call. Another 1. Second call at 1,630,000. It's looking good. Third call at 1,630,000. Are you absolutely sure? Another 1. It's only money. The bank are making more of it. At 1,630,000, absolutely sure. You'll drive past and watch these people moving in and think, why didn't I bid more? At 1,630,000, absolutely sure. Permission to sell. Last chance. All right, it's looking good. So I'm going to call it down 3 times. First, second, third. I'm delighted to announce the property is going, sold at 1,630,000. Congratulations to our owners. Commiserations to our underbidders. Talk to Matt, he'll find you another property. We'll be back with you shortly.
I know what I did was wrong. Everybody makes mistakes. I know what I did was wrong.
Atamarie, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I happily take you to our next property in the catalogue. That is 841 Sandy Knowles Road in West Melton, brought to the market by Sam Bowen and his team. Good luck to you, Sam. Good luck to our owners here this morning. Now, the property is more formally described as an estate in freehold, comprised of 5,500 square metres, more or less, all contained and described on that record of title that Sam and the team have made available to you over the last 3 weeks of the campaign. Settlement, that's proposed for the 5th of December 2025 or any other date mutually agreed in writing already with our owners. The list of chattels, that remains unchanged, and I do take it that you have read and understood further terms 23 through to 26 of the contract. You bid, you buy on the basis that you have read and accepted those this morning. Now, it was an absolute pleasure driving out here to West Melton on the weekend, arriving at the property, wandering over the bridge, over the stream, babbling away, walking through the curving driveway, through the mature trees, and arriving at this gorgeous park-like setting I do ask for your attention and respect, please, for each and every property. Thank you very much. You arrive here at this stylish home. It's been modernised, beautiful touches here. You've got that modern kitchen. I love the navy cupboards and the bronze finishing, the tapware. You've got the renovated laundry and toilet. You've got updated flooring in the living areas. Now, Sam, the garaging, I struggled to calculate. The first garage felt like it was 2 garages, but then it opened up and it felt like there was enough for 4, maybe even 6 cars. I couldn't quite quantify it, but it certainly is a man cave or she shed, whatever you want to use it for. There is a lot of space at the back door, covered porch, so you've got your sort of mudroom space. That's all important out when you're living in the country. There's a mound of firewood and storage for that. That leads you down to the veggie beds, the glass house. I noticed some raspberry canes starting to come to life. This is where you're going to live the good life. You're going to harvest strawberries, you're going to pickle your own vegetables, and you're going to lord it over your friends about how much better your life is than theirs. Of course, roaming around the front, you've got that wraparound veranda, north facing, and the islands of gardens in amongst the lawn. The open home I went to, there were families just free-ranging all over the place. That's the sort of weekends you're going to have. You're not going to have to pay to go to trampoline parks or go-kart tracks to entertain. You're just going to release the kids into the countryside to grow up like we used to raise our kids in New Zealand. So, where do we get things going? Who wants to make this theirs today? A rare lifestyle block where you get the country living without the life sentence, as they say. Don't have to look after 10 to 20 acres like me. It's my nights and weekends at the moment in spring. 4 hours a week lawn mowing for me. Won't be for you here. Right, well, I'll get things underway then on a vendor bid at 900,000. 900,000 with me. It's a wonderful place to start on a property like this. My suggestion, 950. At 900,000 now. Bid, sir, 950, welcome in, good luck to you. I could see you living the good life, maybe pickling some vegetables, having some chickens. At 950, perhaps, Sam, that could be the housewarming gift. I can sort you out with some chickens, no problem. At 950, I suggest $1 million from here. At 950, first call then. At $950,000. Second time. Third call at 950. Well, sir, I'm going to place a vendor bid on behalf of my owners at the $1 million. My suggestion for you is $1,050,000, but have a chat, see if you're happy there. Can't sell it to you at $1,050,000, but we'll have a conversation. $1 million with me on a vendor bid. 10? A little bit early for 10, sir. Could you do me 25 so my boss doesn't fire me? Very good. At $1,025,000, thanks for working with me. At $1,025,000, my suggestion is $1,050,000, otherwise I pause the auction. At $1,025,000 now. First call. Second time, third opportunity. So what I'm going to do now, teams, I'm going to pause the auction. We're going to have a conversation. We're going to see if you and the owners can reach agreement. It may not come back out to the room. So if there's any further interest from the room, you bid now, otherwise you risk losing it. Right, the auction is paused. Let's find a room, team. Let's have a chat and see if we can get the sold sticker and the keys in your hands. And we'll be back to take you to Corf Street in a moment.
Love you. Have your attention, ladies and gentlemen. Let's move on to our next auction, which is 1 bar 52A, Aorangi Road in that wonderful suburb of Brynwa. Now, the lovely Shah Davis from our Ilam office has been in charge of bringing this property to the market and, as always, does such a stunning job at marketing the property. A very warm welcome to our owner, Ken, who's driven down from Nelson to come and see us here today. So lovely to meet you, and thank you for the opportunity to sell your property. To the contract, I take you, the property is formally described as a cross-lease freehold title having a half share in 985 square metres. The settlement date is the 29th of October 2025, unless you're working to a pre-arranged date, and the chattels remain the same as per the contract. All of this property is nice and private. It's tucked down that driveway. It was so quiet, set really far back off the street. As I entered, I was just so surprised how spacious this is. It's got a really good sized living area, that little separate kitchen area. It all flows so nicely to that outdoor area. There's lots of nice established plants in there. Not too much work in the weekends, so you don't have to do too much weeding. Fully fenced, and it's bonus having that covered area too. So a bit of sun, a bit of shade, you decide. The bedrooms are really, really good sizes, good sized double bedrooms, and a bonus having that room off the garage that could be a perfect work from home or somewhere to store those naughty teenagers away. It's such a sought after pocket of Christchurch here. Fantastic school zones. Your zone for Burnside, Papanui, by Murray Primary School is just walking distance away. It's also a great one to modernise. It's really got the fantastic layout. It's solid. The bones are there. Just you need to use your imagination, and it could be a fantastic one to do up. Perfect first home investment. Great to get on the property ladder. You'll really reap the rewards here. So I look for your opening bid at 1 bar 52A, Aorangi Road. Does someone want to start me away with an opening bid? A little bit more than that. Is there 400,000? Somewhere nice and easy to start at 400. If you don't bid, I will. At 400,000, is there 400 in the room? Otherwise, I'll get us underway on a vendor bid. Okay, I'll get us underway on a vendor bid. Ladies first, 400,000 on a vendor bid. Who goes next? We're travelling 20, somewhere nice and easy. 420 perhaps. At 400,000, first call. You surprised me, ladies and gentlemen. At 400,000 is the bid to beat. 420 down the back there. Good luck today. At 420, we're away now to one in the race at this stage at 420. Is there 440 perhaps? At 420, first call. Second call at 420. 430. Welcome in. Good luck at 430. At 430. Can I say 450 at the back there? At 430,000. Wonderful opportunity here. 440, all right, just the 10 at 440. 460, can I say? At 440. No, shaking the head the wrong way. As I said, the bank is still making money. Before. At 440, first call. It's down the back, another 10. Take me to 450. If I do pause the auction, it might not come back out. At 440,000, first call. Second call, 450. Welcome back in. At 450, it's against you at the back. At 450, anyone over here like to join in? This would be a good investment property, wouldn't it, Lynn? Fantastic. At 450, first call. Second call at 450. 5. At 455. At 455, 460, can I say, straight back. At 455, first call. Second call. 1, look, I won't take a 1, sorry, it's a little bit early. I'll take a 5 though to 460. At 455 is the bid to beat. Take me to 460, get back in front. At 455. First, second, third, another 5. Take me to 460. 460 now. At 460 down the back. 465 now, can I say? At 460. Great bid, sir, at 460. First call. Walk to Waimari Primary. Fantastic score. My children went there at 460,000. First, second, third? 462. Oh, you're tough, aren't you? I'll take it, 462, but you're going to taste 465, aren't you? You are, good on you. At 465. You wouldn't let me down. At 465. At 465. Shall we change it up and go to 470? At 465. Anyone else over here? First call. Second call at 465.
Are we on the market?
No, we're not on the market yet. I'll let you know. At 465. Third call. And one. I'll take your one at 466. 470, can I say? At 466. Clickety click. Take me through to 470. At 468. Just the two. 468, 470, can I say? At 468 is the bid to beat. First call. Second time at 468. People in Auckland will be watching this auction and think we're bidding on a garage. At 468,000. Where can you buy something for 468,000? Third call at 468. 470, can I say? Otherwise, 9. Okay. At 70 now. Straight back at 70. At 470,000. 470. Can I have another one, perhaps? At 470. First. Second. Third. Otherwise, I'll pause the auction and have a conversation. Another one, 471. 475 would be the place to go. At 470 is the bid to beat. Take me to 475. We're not on the market yet at 470. First call. Second call. 470. Oh, 471. Sorry, excuse me. 471. Take me to 73. At 473. Brick by brick. Here we go. At 473, 75, can I say? First call. Second. Spacious bedrooms, that lovely outdoor area, all north facing, get that lovely afternoon sun. Third call at 473. 474 now. At 474. What was the bid? 475 at 475. 475, 476. Can I say 476? We're not on the market yet. At 475,000. First call. Second call. Third and final call at 475. 500. I won't take a 500, sorry. 476 then with you. At 476. It's against you now at 476 is the bid. Take me to 480. At 476 first. Don't leave me now. Second. 8. 478, 2 on top. Great bid. At 478, 480 can I say? At 478, first call. Second. 479. 480 can I say? 482 the half. Lovely bid. Mixing it up. At 482 the half. Great bid. At 482 the half. What's your response? Take me through to 83 the half perhaps. At 482 the half. First call. Second call.
483.
Just the 500. Okay. 483. I'll take that because it's easier mass anyway. It's easier on me. At 483. 85 puts the 2 on top. Great work. At 485. 485. Anyone over here? Great investment property here. Great one to do up, modernise. 485. First call. Second call. Third and final call at 485. The bid's against you. Another one. Another one, 486. 486. 490 would be a good place to go. We'll go straight to that 500, and it may just work at 486,000. First call, 490, lovely bid, 4 on top at 490. 495 would be a good place to go, or the 500. At 490,000, first call. Second time, third and final time at 490. 1 at 491. The bid's against you at 491. Take me through 5? 2, okay, 493. 493, 494. 494, 495, can I say? 495. At 495. First call at 495. 500. Good on you. At 500,000. There we go. At 500,000. At 500,000. It is like pulling teeth. Let's just give me another 500,000 and I'll see. At 500. The bid's against you. First call at 505. 505, great. 510. Straight back at 510 would be a good place to go. We're still not on the market at 505,000. First call. Second call. Don't leave me now. You've come this far. Back to open homes, back to taking your shoes off everywhere you go. It's a real pain. At 505. Take me to 510. Big decisions to be made at 505,000. First, second, third call at 505. Take me to 10. Don't shake that way, it's this way. Another one then at 506. Brick by brick. It is a brick place, so we can do brick by brick here. At 505,000, I'll pause the auction if you don't want to do another bid, and it may not come back out of the room, as Kyle mentioned in the conduct of auction. At 505,000, last chance. First, second, third. Absolutely sure? You don't look sure? Absolutely sure? Okay, sure? All right. Sir, I'm going to pause the auction at 505,000. The bid's with you. I'm not at a level I can sell, but let's try and get you there. The auction is still open and live, so if you have a change of mind, let one of the team know. Thank you.
All right, bidders and buyers, thanks very much for your patience and waiting. Small change in the order previously. We are now back on track and we turn your attention to number 39 Corf Street in Ireland. It's been brought to the market by the St Albans team, Michael Chan and Joy Tan. It's certainly got a ring to it and a dynamic duo in real estate. They bring some good property to the auction room. For me, this is quite the standout. Number 39 Corf Street in Ireland. It is a freehold title, 640 square metres more or less, and your settlement date the 30th of October 2025. You might be working to a pre-arranged date. This home, bidders and buyers, comes straight out of the 1980s. You've got the peace of mind of that permanent material construction, but you have the bonus of the architectural flair. I never met a straight line I didn't like. This has got oodles of them, bidders and buyers. It really makes such a good impression. Great street appeal. The configuration of the floor plan is really clever. It could certainly benefit from some renovation and some cosmetic enhancement, but the upside to doing so in this location is just so obvious. You're enveloped in gorgeous greenery, plenty of amenities. You'll never be short on milk or butter. It's just a short walk to the local New World and the educational opportunities in this area, whether it's Teachers College, UC, or any of the popular schools in the vicinity. You just can't go wrong, bidders and buyers. So I commend you for being here to bid and buy today. We wish you the very best. Let's get underway here at number 39 Corf Street in Ireland, bidders and buyers. Vendors' instructions, I open the bidding at 600,000. I look for 25,000 on the rise. 600,000, the bids with me, is there 25? First call at 600,000 and 25 now with Michael. At 625,000, who takes me to 650 and 650 also with Michael. Improves his own position at 650,000. Is there 675 or maybe straight to 700? At 650 now, once called. At 39 Corf Street, second call. At 39 Corf Street, how much was that? 675. Cameron Bailey on the phone with the buyer. This is a man who knows good real estate. Let that encourage you, bidders and buyers, at 675. At 675 now, Michael, what's the response? I wouldn't take 5, Michael. Would you give me 10 perhaps? At 675 now, first call. Second call, 685. Great work there at 685. Rounds me up to 700. That's 15 on the rise. What's the response? What's the retort at 700,000? Your left-hand side. Once called at 700,000. 725. That's more like it, Michael. At 7 1/4. At 725, 750. Great. At $750,000 now. First time at 750. Second call. Lots of flair in this home. 760. 760. Is it a bathroom tap? Does it belong on a chandelier? 775. Lots of quirky elements to this home, but the bones are so good. 775. At 775 I have. On the first call, twice the money now, 775. 780. Work with you at 80. 780 the bid. At 800. Nice work there at 800,000. Cameron Bailey for his buyer at 800,000. Michael Chan also on behalf at 800,000. Going once at 800,000. 810. Nice work there at 810. At 800 and 825. Thank you, Cam. At 825 the call. At 825. Lots of good things made in the 80s. Hey? 830. At 830,000. And 50. Nice strong bid there at 850. At 850 the call. New interest is welcome, bidders and buyers. 2 good agents. They know good real estate. And 5 more at 855. At 855 is it 860 or more? 75. Nice work at 8 and 75. At 875 the call. Is it 880 or straight to 9? At 875,000. First time at 875,000. Second call. Third and final call at 875,000. If there's no better bid. 876. Nice to meet you, sir. At 876, late to the party. Great to have you, though. At 876, always late. My colleagues will say I'm the same, sir. At 880. And conversation, Michael, at $880,000 against you, sir. Quick chat there, Mr. Chan. At 880, I have. Once called at 880. Twice now at 880,000. Third and final call. Just hold the line, Michael. If there's no better bid or offer, stand down there, sir. Any better bid? Any better offer? Bidders and buyers, last chance. Quick update. We are on the market and selling to Cam and his buyer for $880,000. If there's no better bid, buyers, we enter the valley of no return. Sir, I'll take $500. In this location, you'll never look back and think you've overpaid at these levels. The people watching this in Auckland are weeping. They can't believe it. At $880,000. $1,000 at $881, I'm selling. Against you, shouldn't be hard to beat, Cam at 8 and 1. 885. Nice work. New name goes on the title today, bidders and buyers. Question is, whose? At 885, I'm selling. Once called at 885,000. Twice the money now at 885. Third and final call. At 885,000, any better bid? One more at 8. Michael, would you do it on the first call next time, my friend? At 886. 90. At 90. At 890, the call. He's doing a great job for his vendors, working well with the buyer on the phone at 890. Against you, Michael, at 890 now. Cam holds the bid at 890. First time. Second call. Third call at 890. Any better bid? Any better offer? Michael buyer on the phone, is he? I'll give you a quick moment. I need an answer though at 890 or I sell away. Any better bid? Is there 500? I'll start saying going. No late interest. Are we in or out, sir? Permission to sell at $890,000. Anything better? I think you've got the chocolates, Cam. It is going. It is going. Last chance. It is gone and sold. Congratulations. Michael, as always, wonderful campaign. Congrats to Joy as well, to our owner and our administrator. Thank you so much for the opportunity. We wish you the very best with this next chapter. Congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I could have your attention, I do have a brief update before I take you to our next auction. So first I take you back to 841 Sandy Knowles Road in West Melton. We paused some time ago on a live bid of $1,025,000. We've had some robust discussions and I look to my bidders that there's been an increase to $1,180,000 on the nod there. And Sam, I look to get the nod from you on behalf of our owners. Very good, and I'm happy to say our owners at that level have activated their right under clause 2.6 of the contract and they have withdrawn and sold the property. Another wonderful campaign by Sam Bowen and his team. Congratulations to our new owners. I think you'll be very happy in West Melton. Please come and see me for those chickens when you are ready for them. Right, now we're just going to go straight on through. Oh, thank you, Hayden. Make sure everybody can hear my dulcet tones. I will retain your attention if that's all right, just so that we can move forward with our next property. That being 5 John Thank you. I'll take you now to 5 John Campbell Crescent in Hillmorton, brought to the market by Zanny Paulson and her team. The property itself is more formally described as an estate in freehold, comprised of 650 square metres, more or less all contained and described on that record of title that Zanny and the team have provided to you over the last 3 weeks of the campaign. Settlement, when you can move in, that's proposed for Thursday the 30th of October 2025. Only weeks away already and waiting for you. The list of chattels, that remains substantial and unchanged. I do note that there are a couple of good extras staying on. The vacuum, the stereo, the fridge freezer and the microwave. You don't always get those, but they will be left to you in an as-is, whereas condition. And I do take it that you have read and understood the further terms of the contract 23 through 25. You bid, you buy on the basis that you have read and understood those terms. Now, what an impressive property this is. I grew up in Hoonhay. I used to bike down Annex Road before the development of Linden Grove even existed in the twinkling of the eye of the developer, and it's an absolute pleasure to go down there now and wander through the established park settings to get into the property. This home itself, an impressive street frontage, that large covered entranceway, giving me slightly resort vibes. The established plantings, they're lush, they're green, and it just felt a little bit like a holiday home arriving in that beautiful landscaping. Not a drop of lawn to worry about, no lawnmower required, no lawn mowing on the weekends, just pure gardens to wander and frolic through. The open plan living, my goodness, this property over-delivers on the living area. The size is absolutely fantastic. The crucial part, you've got that big dining room for the big family dinners. You've got the big separate lounge, and then a good sizable formal lounge if you want to shut those doors and put on a movie, put the kids or distract your husband on his gaming console, whatever you need to do to get a bit of peace and quiet. Off that dining room, that lovely sheltered courtyard, and then at the back, another entertaining area, so that you've got your areas for the early afternoon and then the late evening all sheltered. The bedrooms, of course, a bit of divide there, a bit of options. That wonderful sized master suite in one end, the 2 family bedrooms off their own hallway sharing that family bathroom, and then that last bedroom at the front, well positioned, can be the bedroom, guest bedroom, or perhaps the office by the door. You've got options here, the garaging, that rear garage door giving access to the backyard. I think everything has been thought about here so that you can just move in and just start enjoying your life. And of course, all of this, Hillmorton, straight out into Lincoln Road, 10 minutes, you're in the inner city. That is unbeatable. You don't get that in Auckland. So let's start things underway. I'll start with a vendor bid at $950,000. $950,000 to get things started. My suggestion from here, $25,000. $975,000 is what I'm suggesting. Welcome in, team. Good luck this morning at $975,000. May just be us, but let's test that. My suggestion from here, $1 million at $975,000 with you in the front seat. First chance to make it yours at $975,000 for the first time. Second opportunity. Third warning. Well, team, look, no surprise. I'm going to do a vendor bid on behalf of my owners at the $1 million. My suggestion, $1,025,000, but have a discussion if you wish, but that's my suggestion. At $1 million now. On a vendor bid. I know that there's conditional parties waiting post-auction hoping this doesn't sell. So now's the time to take action. Be the first one talking one-on-one with the owners. $1,010,000. Oh, you're cutting me down, sir, but I'll work with you because you seem quite friendly. At $1,010,000, can't sell it to you there, but certainly you're in the lead, so you're the first one I talk to. At $1,010,000. First time at $1,010,000. Second, third time at $1,020,000. Jan, working with somebody there. Good luck to you, sir, at 20 and 30. 40 would be the natural retort. At $1,030,000 now. Once, twice, and 40 and 50 without hesitation. And gosh, you were cutting me down on that before, sir. My goodness, at 50 and 60 now. Very good at 60. My colleague's pointing it out. Thank you. At 60. At 70, was it? 70. Chris, where were you pointing that one out? Backwards. It hasn't happened yet. Premonition, but perhaps. At $1,080,000. we'll do it too early for 5, sir. Sorry. You go 90. Be bold, sir. Show strength in the auction rooms. Oh, no, I'm not taking the 5. You go to 90. 90 is my suggestion. At 180 now. Still with you. 90, there we go. Keep listening to me, sir. You're buying a house today. At 1,090,000, 1.1 beckons, sir. At 1,090,000. It's here. At 1,090,000. First call then. 1.1 all day long. 1,010,000. Be the suggestion, the next move at 1.1. It's all right. You've done good research. You've got good taste. That's what we know. At 1.1. First time. Second, third, final warning for 1.1, sir. Can't sell it to you there. Can you do me better? At 1.1. Jen giving the advice, the support. She's the emotional support agent today. All right, we'll go into discussions now, sir. Let's see if we can find your house. If you have any change of mind, please let us know. The auction is open and live at $1.1 million.
All right, bidders and buyers, thanks very much for your patience. We go now to a property, an offering that I think many have been waiting for. It is utterly exciting. It is number 14 and 16 Idris Road in Fendleton, brought to the market by Marshall and Morley, Jack and Jan from the Fendleton office of Holmwood. And I know you've really enjoyed working with our owners. What a wonderful job they've done in terms of presentation of this property. It is substantial, it is impressive, and it is absolutely unique. The contract is described as a freehold title. The title, I should say, 1,024 square metres and 1,024 square metres, lots 10 and 11, deposited plan 2120, and your settlement date the 26th of November 2025. You might be working to a pre-agreed date, bidders and buyers, as long as that's in writing, no problem at all. A substantial opportunity here today, of course, right in the heart of one of the most prestigious locations in our burgeoning city. You've got land, glorious land. Separately, one parcel, freehold, has a gorgeous house. Darren O'Neill Architects, of course, modernised in 2015 with Boyd Chamberlain Architecture. It is just the most impressive home. And then the other parcel, look, that could represent the perfect canvas for another dream home. It could represent a land bank to you. Together, these two properties currently offer a resort-style living and opportunity for families I would suggest you won't find anywhere else. It is utterly unique. Inside the home, it is substantial. The floor plan I just think is so clever. The mod cons you would expect, and then more of them you wouldn't expect. You have your own cinema when you want it. You've got substantial bedroom accommodation. Each of the bedrooms has wonderful facilities. The bathrooms are opulent. The kitchen, absolutely designer, stylish, just simply gorgeous. There is no cut corner at this address. It has been fastidiously maintained by our owners. That should give you peace of mind. It comes with the benefit, the bonus of a pool house. That pool house has bathroom, kitchen, just everything you would need to enjoy a day not working, bidders and buyers. I would suggest to you, you'll come home and feel an attitude of gratitude every day you reside here. Saltwater pool. Look, I could spend the next half an hour explaining the features of this property, but if you are here to bid and buy, you'll be well across them. You know you're buying in a good location, some of the best school zones in the country, and all really, really centrally located. It's a privilege to offer this property to you today, bidders and buyers. It's a 2-for-1, and I don't know that you'll get another opportunity like this anytime soon. So I am in your hands at number 14 and 16 Idris Road. Who starts us away with an opening bid or offer, bidders and buyers? I am in your hands. Not for sale at $4 million. Maybe that is a sensible place to start. If it's not your bid, bidders and buyers, it'll be mine. At $4 million I seek. Who starts us away? All right, then a vendor bid at $4 million. At $4 million now, I look for 4.2, but don't let me limit you. At $4 million, vendor bid, once called at 4. Second call. 4.2. Is that Lewis Donaldson? It's an all-stars edition today in the auction room, bidders and buyers. Welcome to the bidding at 4.2. Fabulous way to start proceedings. Who takes me now to 4.4? At 4.2 I have. A lot of land at this level. Once called at 4.2. Twice the money. Third and final call. Nice to meet you, sir, at 4.4, can I say. At 4.4, now in pole position. At 4.4 and 4.6. At 4.6, with the eyebrow flick at 4.6, I've got you there, sir. At 4.6 and 4.8, can I say, sir. Once called at 4,600,000. Second call. 4.7, Michelle Fu. It's a who's who. Michelle Fu, nice to see you there at 4.7. Against you, sir, against you. Take comfort in the competition, my friend. You know this is good real estate. This is real estate on another level. At 4.7, can I say 4.8? Going once at 4.7. 50. I'll work with you at 4.75, 4 3/4. Michelle, my advice, straight to 5 million. 480, don't take my advice, at 4,800,000. 4,800,000. And 850 or 9? 850. At 850 the bid. First time. at 4,850,000. Take your pick of masters, up or down. All bedrooms are substantial. Well appointed at 4.9. And 950. And 950 the call. First time at 4,950,000. Second call, this is elite. At 950 on the 4 million, third and final call at 4,950. Michelle, do we come back into the mix at 5 million? You better get there first. At 4,950,000, if there's no further bidding, we pause, we have a conversation. Last chance. Oh, 5 million. Nice to meet you. You left us in suspense, ma'am. At $5 million, there she is, at 5 million, 550, can I say? Another 25 at 5 million and 25. All right then. At 5 million and 25. What's the response? Is it 5,050,000? Or something stronger straight to 5.1? At 5 million and 25? 5.1. 25 at 5,050,000, no problem there, 5,050,000. 75, good work, at 5 million and 75. And 5.1, shall I say, ma'am, on your behalf. Every appliance, every feature, carefully selected, perfectly maintained, at 5.1. And 125, I assume, Lewis? Correct, at 5,125,000. We love a comeback story, sir. The market's here. You're already bidding on a more valuable property. At 5,125,000, can I say 5,150? First chance. Second call. Third and final call. Bids here. 5.2. Oh, I do like your style. At 5.2. At 5.2. Looks to stamp some authority here at 5,200,000. It's encouraging for market value, folks. We know this is a finite resource. It is lots of land. At 5.2, how do we respond? 5.21. Just the 10. I'll take it. I don't think it's going to work. Let's find out at $5,210,000. Ma'am, might I suggest 5.3? You don't have like what I have to say today, do you? At 5,220,000, we'll go in tens, but quickly, Lewis. 40, even better. That's 20 on the rise at 5.2 and 40. We know it's good real estate. We know it will continue to be. 5.2 and 50. 10 on the rise. 5.3 would be clever, Lewis. At 5.2 and 50, it's away from you now, the bid. Brilliant school zones. 275. That's a $25,000 increase there. What do we reckon now, sir? Be encouraged. At 5.2 and 75. Is it 5.3 perhaps? 5.3, that's excellent work. 5.325. And 325. Over 400 square metres of luxury. Sunlight. Lots of happy memories have been made at this address. The same will be true for you. Another 25 at 350. At 5,350,000 is at 375. 370. At 370 the call, 20 was the bid. At 5,370,000, I hear it hosts a great party. Think about that housewarming. You'll need lots and lots of friends. They'll all be envious. At 5,370,000. Going once at 5,370,000. Second call. Can I suggest 5.4, ma'am? Third and final call. 5.4, great work. It's the first time you've taken my advice, ma'am. I hope it works for you. At 5.4. Bids, back of the room here. She's out in front at 5.4. 5.420. At 5.4 and 20. Lose them a bit higher, please, Lewis. At 5.420. 5.4 and 20. Ma'am, what's the retort? At 5.4 and 20. And he improves his own position. I'm not going to take a 5 next time, Lewis, but we'll do it in this case at 5.4 and 25. Ma'am, can I say 4.50 for you? Another 20. 4, 4 and 5. $5,445,000. Another 10 at 55. At 4 and double 5. I don't think I'm going to call you in 6 months and you're even going to remember what you paid for. You'll just be sunbathing, man. At $5,455,000, it is such a stunning property. Can I say, what about 475? 5.5, superb bid at 5.5. Don't let me limit you ever, madam. At 5.5. 5.5 and 25. We divide it by 2. Remember, as my boss would say, hello. At 5.5 and 25. Not legally, it's 2 titles. That is the price currently. At 5.5 and 25. It's an impressive home. It could be yours. We need to bid again. At 5.5 and 25, can I say 3 5s, 4 of them? Your choice. Once called at $5,525,000. Twice. Third and final call. At $5,525,000. Jason, bid's back of the room, is it not? Lewis's bid.
Lewis has got it.
Madam, I need a response or we have a conversation with that gentleman. He's a great conversationalist. It might be a while, but you might not get another opportunity. Would you say 5,000 for me? If it helped. I don't want you to say goodbye to this opportunity, ma'am. Where is the next one? Sincerely. At $5,525,000. Sir, are we all done? Are we out? If there's any new interest, now is the time. Otherwise, we pause and have a conversation. At $5,525,000 opportunity, possibly out the door for good. First, second, third and final call. Madam? All right, Lewis, we need to pause and have a conversation with you and your clients. Auction is open. If there is any change to your positions, please let us know. We're back with you very soon.
Can I have your attention, ladies and gentlemen? I take you back to 1 bar 52 Aorangi Road in Brynwer. We left the lectern on a live bid of 505,000. We've had some negotiations outside the room and we've had an increase to that bid to 515,000. Can I just confirm that with you? And can I confirm that with our lovely vendors? You're happy with that? So under clause 2.6, our owners have exercised their right and they have withdrawn the property from auction and happily sold to this lovely buyer over here. So congratulations, you're the new owner. It's going, sold at 515,000. Congratulations to our vendors and to our new buyer. Okay, we're going to just move into our 11 o'clock session. Sorry that there has been, we're a little bit behind time. So if you've just joined us, a very warm welcome to the Holmwood auction rooms. Warm welcome to our viewers online on Auctions Live. My name is Bridget Andrews and I'm one of the 3 auctioneers here this morning. We've got Daniel Pengelly here who's in negotiations there and Kyle Siebert. Some other key people in the room today. We've got Jason here, he's going to be recording your bids today. And we've got Hayden there, he's our auction floor manager. If you need any help or any assistance, please don't hesitate to get one of us alongside you. Thank you. All right, on behalf of the company, a very warm welcome to the owners that we represent here this morning. We're delighted that you chose Holmwood and we wish you the very best outcome today. To the buyers and bidders in the room, good luck today. Your consultants would have given you everything you need here for the, today, so that includes the LIM, the title and the contract from which we will work from today. Now, on the front page of the contract is the conduct of auction. I'm going to work on the assumption that this is a new experience for some of you, so follow me how we're going to work with you in the auction rooms here this morning. The owners have provided us with a confidential written reserve that will not be disclosed. Should that reserve be reached or breached, the highest bidder will be the purchaser. If we don't reach the reserve, don't panic. It's not the end of the auction. Our practice is to pause the auction with the highest bidder. We'll go into negotiation rooms here. Now, if we don't meet a satisfactory conclusion, we'll pass the property in where it will get taken to that wider market where conditional buyers can make an offer. So your best opportunity is here in the auction rooms today. Now, the auctioneers can nominate the sums by which your bids need to be raised. If the bid is not in the best interest of the seller, we can refuse such bids. If there is a disputed bid, we'll simply go back to the last undisputed bid and resume. Now listen carefully, clause 2.6, this is just what happened before that I announced. The property may not come back out to the room. The vendor may withdraw the property and sell it to the highest bidder outside the room. So if you're sitting here waiting with extra interest, wanting to bid again, you will be disappointed. So please make sure we're working with your highest bid at all times. Now, you may hear the auctioneers use the term vendor bid. The owners have authorised us to bid on their behalf should that be necessary. Now, if and when we make a vendor bid, you'll be in no doubt it's a vendor bid. This is saying we're not for sale at this level and we need to keep the auction going. So feel confident bidding against that vendor bid because it's always well below that reserve price. If any of our Harcourts colleagues are bidding on behalf of someone, we will identify them to you. And finally, when that hammer falls and you're the lucky last bidder, we'll get you to sign that auction contract and arrange to pay that 10% deposit of the final purchase price and acknowledge that you've received a copy of the REA guide. Well, that is the boring part, the formal part out of the way. We're going to move on to our 11 o'clock session. And the first up in our 11 o'clock session is 195 Memorial Ave, and this has been superbly brought to the market by Liz O'Neill from our Merriva office. Always lovely working with you, Liz. A very warm welcome to our owners who are watching online and also on the phone. Thank you for the opportunity to sell your home. The property is more formally described as a cross-lease freehold parcel, having a half share in 911 square metres, more or less. Settlement date is set down for 45 days from confirmation, unless you're working to a pre-arranged date. That's when you move in. And the chattels remain the same as per the contract. Well, location here, ladies and gentlemen. This is right in the heart of Burnside. I visited on Sunday. The home itself, it instantly feels welcoming. It's light and bright and airy. You've got all those skylights letting all that natural sunlight in. It's got a great layout inside, the modern kitchen dining area with the doors opening out to the outdoor area. It's got a nice, well-established garden, a small garden area, small lawn area, and that shed. It's not too big, not too small, so you won't spend all weekends in the garden. Good size separate living area, and it had lots of natural sunlight coming in. And it's handy having that bedroom and bathroom downstairs, and you've got the other 2 bedrooms upstairs with that really nice bathroom. The handy storage space there as well to store everything away. There's a double garage which has got internal access, which is a bonus. Now the location here, right across the road from Burnside High. There'll be no excuse for being late for school anymore. It's also zoned for Cobham Intermediate and Burnside Primary. Some of the best schools in Christchurch just really underpins the value here. You've got Jelly Park just round the corner. You've got the Fendleton Village shops down the road. If you haven't had a croquette from Bakerman's, I definitely recommend. They're the best in Christchurch. Airport not far away. It's just the full package, a good solid home, Liz, isn't it? So with all that said, I look for your opening bid at 195 Memorial Ave. Does someone want to start me away with an opening bid? Somewhere nice and easy to start. Someone want to get us underway? Great opportunity here. The 800,000, perhaps, somewhere nice and easy to start. 195 Memorial Ave. If you don't bid, I will. At 800 then on me on a vendor bid. At 800, I've got things underway. Who can I hand the baton to? Who goes next? At 800,000 on a vendor bid? What? 850. Welcome and good luck today. At 850, some buyers there with Josh Hill was working hard for his buyers. At 850, good luck today. 850,000. Who goes next? Is it 875 perhaps? Let's travel in 25s, nice and easy. At 850, first call. Second call at 850. Third and final call at 850,000. Look, I'm going to place a vendor bid at 875. Stays with my owner at that. You appreciate that the value is higher than that. Invite you back in at 900,000 and we can have a conversation. So at 875 on a 880, will you take me through to the 9? Go on. 900,000, great. At 900 I have now. At 900, anyone else over here? Otherwise I'll pause the auction. At 900 if these are our only bidders. First call at 900. Second time. Third and final time at 900,000. Well, look, I'm not at a level I can sell. We're just going to pause the auction, have a conversation outside the room and try and get you there. The auction is still open and live, ladies and gentlemen. If you have a change of mind, we'll be back with you shortly.
ora. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for your patience. I do apologise, having big conversations outside the room to get deals done this morning, but happily move you now to 49A Bretts Road in St Albans, brought to the market by Jonty Robertson here to my left. Good luck to you, Jonty. Good luck to our owner here today. Now, the property itself, more formally described as an estate in cross-lease, having a share in 564 square metres, more or less, all contained and described on that record of title that Jonty and Alex have provided to you over the last 3 weeks of the campaign. Now, settlement, that's proposed for mere weeks away, 23rd of October 2025, when you can move in and get going. The list of chattels, that remains unchanged. I do note that you do get the bonuses here of the washing machine and the dishwasher, but they will be passed to you in an as-is, whereas condition. And I take it that you've read and understood further terms of the contract 23 through 25. You bid, you buy on that basis here this morning. Now, what do we have on offer for you? I think this is a wonderful opportunity. The first thing I notice, it's the rear unit of the two. That's always the sought after one. You get that little bit of extra space out the back. And I am right in saying, Jonty, exclusive use of the backyard, so you're getting all of that wonderful extra space to yourself. The carport, of course, that comes with it. Inside, 2 good-sized bedrooms. The carpet has been updated for you. Walking in there, I went on one of the wettest days that we've had this spring, and it was lovely and warm in that lounge. Jonty, you talked about, a few people talking about maybe adding a deck off the lounge, adding a bit of extra outdoor space if you so wished. And of course, the location here, absolutely key. The sought-after Bretts Road. For me, that's sensible living. You're in good school zones here, but also sensible investment, a wonderful place to be that people just keep fighting over in St Albans. So I throw it open to you. Where do you say go? Where would you like to have a conversation with my owners? You yell a number at me. I'll say yes or no. Up to you. Can start on a vendor bid though if needed. Unless there's a number. Right, well, look, I'll get things underway then at 450,000. Very exciting place to start when we're talking about St Albans. But at 450,000, I represent my owners. My suggestion from there, 475. 460. Oh, ma'am, you drive a hard bargain at 460. But for 10, we'll definitely have a conversation at 460. Definitely not for sale, but I know my owner's motivated to have a conversation at 460. I check the room. If there's 470 to beat that and be the first person talking once, twice, third opportunity. Well, ma'am, let's pause. Let's have a conversation with my licensed colleague there, and we'll be back with you shortly to take you to Rangiora.
Thank you for your patience, ladies and gentlemen. I now take you to Rangiora, 17 Goldie Drive. It has been beautifully brought to the market by Cindy Lee St Clair and Chloe Clark from our Maryvale office. They've done a stunning job of marketing this property. Very warm welcome to our owner. I must commend you on how beautifully presented you had the home to take to the market. To the contract, I take you the property is more formally described as a freehold parcel, 704 square metres more or less, on certificate of title 9266087. Settlement date is set down for the 22nd of October 2025, so not long to wait, or you may be working to an alternative date and the chattels will remain the same as per the contract. Well, tucked down that private lane in one of Rangiora's most sought-after subdivisions, surrounded by quality homes, it's timeless cream brick with warm timber. This home is immaculate, beautifully presented and clearly cherished by its owner. Step inside and it's just so impressive. Elegant, gorgeous, the master bedroom and ensuite on your left, and then you walk into those stunning, spacious living areas that all flow so nicely to that outdoor area. It's got the covered outdoor area. It's like having another room. This can be enjoyed all year round. I absolutely love this kitchen. It's a really striking kitchen. The centrepiece between the two living areas, the huge bench top, the tiled splashback, it's just all very classy and modern. I noticed so many extras when I was actually walking around. The attention to detail, the tongue and groove on the doors, the white shutter blinds, the built-in bookshelves in that study area, really, really clever design. It's been beautifully built. You'll love this location. It's quiet and friendly. There's school nearby, shops nearby, not a short drive to the beach, lots of lovely walks. There's the playground across the road, which I know Cindy's enjoyed after the open homes. It's a really golden opportunity here on Goldie, ladies and gentlemen. So, with all that said, I look for your opening bid, 17 Goldie Drive. Does someone want to start me away? Is there 800,000 perhaps, somewhere nice and easy to start? At 800, get us underway. At 800 there, some buyers there working with Chloe at 800,000. Good luck at 800,000. Who goes next? Is there 825 perhaps? Let's travel in 25s. At 800,000, first call. Second time at 800. Third and final time at 800,000. Look, I'm going to place a vendor bid at 825,000. Invite you back at 850 and we can have a private conversation. At 825 on a vendor bid. At 850 now. Yep, 850,000. Thanked and banked at 850. So at 850,000, I look for any other bids here on the floor. Otherwise, I will pause the auction. First call at 850. Second, third and final call at 850,000. All right. You appear to be my only bidder. I'm just going to pause the auction and let's try and have a conversation and try and get you there. The auction is still open and live, ladies and gentlemen, if you have a change of mind, and we'll be back with you shortly.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I could have your attention, thank you so much for patience while many negotiations are taking place. I take you back now to 5 John Campbell Crescent in Hillmorton. We've had some conversations. We paused some time ago on a live bid of $1.1 million. I looked to my bidder and there's been an increase to $1,170,000, sir. You happy to agree? That's very good. And I look to our owners that we're at that market, we're on the market, we're selling at that level. Thank you so much. I scan the room unless to check if there's further bidding. Otherwise, I sell away for $1,170,000 for the first time. Second, third, final opportunity, in which case I'm happy to say that 5 John Campbell Crescent is going, sold. Congratulations to our new owner. Congratulations to our former owners. A wonderful campaign by Zanny Paulson and her team. We will be back with you shortly just while we wrap up other discussions. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your attention. I happily take you now to 23 Florence Drive in Lincoln, brought to the market by Jan Morley and Jack Marshall, or Marshall, as I like to call them. This property is more formally described as an estate in freehold. I think you'll smile at it. It did. Very good. More formally described as an estate in freehold, comprised of 564 square metres, more or less, all contained and described on that record of title that Jan and Jack have made available to you over the last 3 weeks of the campaign. Now, settlement, that's proposed for the 28th of November 2025 or any other date mutually agreed in writing already with our owners. The list of chattels, that remains unchanged, and I do take it you've read further today. Now, the home itself, well, this is a suburb of gorgeous family homes. I say that as my brother lives 1 block away, so it has been road tested as I've seen him raising his daughters beautifully. And on this street, straight away, this home caught my eye. Striking black-clad house with that established lush landscaping out the front, just looking absolutely picture perfect on Sunday when I visited. The entranceway that welcomes you in to the left, you find that wonderful large living area with that peaked roof and that light-filled kitchen. The garage, that's carpeted, the garage doors insulated as you'd want in all your new homes now. That separate toilet perfectly placed at the base of the hallway, so giving access to the guests to get into it without them roaming the personal spaces of the home. And those 3 family bedrooms, wonderful sizes. That large main area, of course, that main suite, beautifully sized with direct access out onto the patio, out into the garden, and once again that rear garden, that lush landscaping at play again, already starting to give you that extra bit of privacy up above the fencing. I think all the hard work's been done here, Jan, and certainly presented ready to go, ready to fall in love. So I'll get things underway on a vendor bid, make it nice and easy for you at 700,000 with me on a vendor bid. 750, say 25, shall we meet in the middle? 25, thank you so much. My licensed colleagues there at 725. Please wish them good luck. At 800, oh, very strong entry to the race there at 800, 820. Oh, a little bit early for 10s. Would you do 40? 840. 60 is my suggestion, team, but 840 here at the front. Absolutely, I can. At $840,000. Perhaps 10,000 would be my suggestion next. Go to 50, but 840 with you. They're still talking. Talk about your next move, though. You'll do it for them. Okay, at 850. Very good. At 850 now, over here. 860 would be my suggestion, but at 850, give you a chance to change your mind, though, if you so wish. Sign of intelligence. At 850, got your social proof that it's worth having. At 850 for the first time. Second, even for 5,000. Third call, look, can't sell it to you at 850, but let's have a conversation. I just double check. We can reach an agreement and sell outside the room. This may be your last chance. Even for 1,000. At 850, well, the auction is open and live, but it's now paused. 850, let's find some space and have a chat.
All right, bidders and buyers, thanks very much for your patience. When we left the room in regards to 14 and 16 Idris Road, it was on a live bid at $5,525,000. There was, it's fair to say, lengthy discussion outside of the room and an increase from the purchasers, the highest bidder, I should say, and the vendors have opted under clause 2.6 to withdraw the property, and at $5.6 million to a wonderful family now returning to New Zealand. The property has gone, and sold. Hey, to our sellers, thanks so much for the opportunity. It's been a pleasure. Jack Jan, outstanding work as always. To the purchasers, congratulations, and back with you very soon.
Well, congratulations. I'm delighted to announce you're the new owners. It's going, it is sold. Well done. Thank you to our vendors who are watching online. Great campaign, Liz, congratulations. And we'll be back with you shortly with an update with Goldie.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I could have your attention for a moment, I just take you back to 49A Bretts Road in St Albans. We paused some time ago on a live bid of $460,000. There's been some discussion and a raise in the bid to $510,000. My owners do hold the property in slightly higher regard though, so I reopen the auction at $510,000. I look for further bidding above that level, perhaps $520,000. At $510,000 for the first time on Bretts Road. Second, third call. Well, Jonty, I'm surprised at this level. There should be more hands in the air than a Taylor Swift concert. So I pass the property back into your hands at $510,000. If you've got interest above that level, please get in touch with Jonty. The property is vacant. He could get you through this afternoon, I reckon, if you're that keen. This represents a wonderful opportunity in a great location, fantastic rental, or perhaps a home on that private rear section. Good luck to you, Jonty and Alex, and good luck to our owner. I hope to see a sold sticker in the next few weeks.
thank you for your patience, ladies and gentlemen. I take you back to 17 Goldie Drive in Rangiora. We left the lectern on a live bid of 850,000. We've had some discussions outside the room and there has been an increase to that bid to 940,000. Can you confirm that at 940? And our owner, are you happy with that? At 940,000, the owner is happy with that. So we, at 940, at 940, we are on the market and selling, so I look for any further bids above this. Otherwise, I sell away to this lovely lady at 940,000. First call, second time at 940, third and final time at 940. You want me to put my hammer down, don't you? You've struck gold on Goldie. Congratulations, you're the new owner. It's going, it is sold. Well done. Great campaign, Cindy and Chloe. Thank you very much to our vendor. Congratulations to our new buyers. We'll be back with you shortly with an update.
concludes. Ladies and gentlemen, if I could have your attention, please. I take you back now to 23 Florence Drive in Lincoln. We paused some time ago on a live bid of $850,000. There has been some robust discussions up to $887,500. And I'm happy to say that at that level, our owners have activated their right under clause 2.6 of the contract and have withdrawn and sold the property. Congratulations to our new owner. Congratulations to our former owner. That concludes our day. My goodness, we've sold a lot of properties today. A wonderful campaign by Jack and Jan once again. May the rest of your day be the best of your day. Thank you. Have a good week.